Well, I was definitely working, but I would get fired.
Okay.
And I would get fired because of the alcohol.
Ah, okay.
So I would get, because I'm charming, I would get like jobs
yeah,
in my resume.
Yeah. You know how to talk your way into something. Yeah, but
I could definitely talk my way into something. But
you look like one of those dudes, man.
Man, look, I don't do it as much anymore. I don't do it as much anymore. But I could definitely charm my way into something. And I would charm my way in my resume, right? I would charm my way and my resume would speak for itself. So I would get hired. But very, very, very shortly after that, I would get fired because my alcoholism would take over.
Right.
Whether it was showing up late and not being punctual, or it was not showing up at all, or it was, I used to bring a Sprite bottle and it was half vodka, half Sprite. And I would drink it all day, but there's a smell that comes from it.
Right. It's like when you're not drinking, people can smell it.
Shit, half the time you could probably light me on fire, man.
Right,
It was crazy. Now that I think about it, it was incredibly unhealthy.
Right.
And I put a lot of people in danger at work just because of me being intoxicated. And I remember even the dead fish out here, I got a great general manager position, and it was the most money I made, and I got paid every week that I'd ever made. And I was happy, but I remember getting fired because the young lady who was the hostess, she found my Sprite bottle and she approached the owner and he was like, "You got to go." No, he gave me a second chance, and I blew that chance.
Wow.
And even to the point where I was even hired at a restaurant in Napa, and I spent the entire summer helping them, get ready to be opened. And I remember the owner walking up to me and she was like, What's that smell? Like there's like a stench on you. Like it's awful. It's like stale.
Yeah.
And I was embarrassed, but I knew what she was talking about. The next day they fired me. So I didn't have like steady income, like regular steady income.
Right. Yeah.
Sleeping in my car.
You were basically getting in your own way, basically of your,
And most addicts do.
Yeah.
Right. Most individuals that are chemically dependent, they do get in their own way.
Yeah.
And so I had to get out of my way at some point. But being in the hospital, being as sick as I was, being in there for almost 3 weeks, losing the ability to walk, like all those things were, for lack of better words, incredibly sobering for me as I was getting sober. And I had a lot to think about. And one thing that I can reflect on now is I remember watching my parents walk into the room, and the frightening look on my parents' face is what really, really convinced me that I needed to make some changes, right? There was like these little incremental signs, whether it was the physical signs or the people around me and hurting them, losing the jobs, being homeless.